Hi, everybody. I really appreciate you joining me for my first AWS reInvent. It's really amazing to be surrounded by all the people that are actually building the technology and building the implementation strategies. I am really excited to share with you how RingCentral is enabling organizations, builders like yourself, to unlock the power of voice in the era of generative AI. So I was putting together this stat slide, and I'm like, I don't think I need to convince anyone here that generative AI is pretty important. But what we see is that AI is a very clear driving force behind CX and EX transformation. CX stands for customer experiences, EX stands for employee experiences. We're seeing a lot of growth in terms of people really planning to purposefully enhance the operations for their customer experience and employee experience, especially over the next year. If you look to the right, one of the top use cases that we're seeing, especially in marketing, generating content, for builders like yourself, coding and application development. We're also seeing kind of every employee looking at converting text to speech. It's really great for note taking. And then generating content for agent use during conversations. So like you're on a contact center call, and you can use generative AI to feed agents the right information from different systems of records, from different knowledge bases. When we look at the role of AI, specifically in communications, there are three distinct categories that we've defined. The first is personal AI assistants. This we believe every employee should have because it's so great at augmenting and improving productivity. The second is conversational intelligence. And this is really designed to elevate teams and provide new insights. I like to call it business intelligence 2.0. You're getting access to new data that's going to help accelerate revenue. The third is AI agents. Think of this as like digital labor, autonomous agents that can really automate kind of the drudgery of your everyday work. And then with that, we have RingCentral, which is a leading and trusted cloud communications platform. The reason why I bring this up is because in 2024, I think a lot of people got a lot of point solutions. They were in a race to adopt AI, but what they found is it's really hard to manage, it increases risk. And so what RingCentral does is we know that trusted communications is the foundation. You need to have a reliable phone. You need to have a reliable contact center. And then what if you can use the communications that you're already doing and that's already taking place across your entire org, and then adding an AI layer on top of it that can help make productivity easier for everybody, that can help accelerate revenue, and that you can automate workflows to improve efficiency across your entire organizations without having to purchase from 5-6 different vendors and then go through that whole procurement process. RingCentral AI is really based on a couple of key pillars. First, it's trusted. We power healthcare vendors, we power the largest financial institutions in the world, and so at its core, it has to be foundationally secure and compliant. The second is it's fit to purpose. This is the voice of your business, and we're enabling you to harness it and turn it into data. 3 is it's orchestrated. We're using a combination of leading LLMs as well as small language models to provide the best outputs. And fourth, it's open, so you can build with it. We have APIs that help you leverage this across different workflows. What we found is 77% of all customer interactions still involve voice. People are still picking up that phone call. People are calling your contact centers, and it's either 77% of voice interactions are included as the initial channel or as an escalation point. Basically, the phone is not dead. In fact, AI is making it more useful and more prevalent than ever. Voice remains king in customer communications, and we want you to harness that data that was what I call vapor, right? Was it being recorded? And if it was recorded, were you even like mining it for data? Were you using it to extract insights that you could share with your team? Probably not. A lot of companies are sitting on terabytes of recorded data. 22.3% improvement in customer ratings were experienced with AI as part of CX strategies. That's a huge lift. And then what I find most interesting is that 81% of decision makers said that they plan to invest in or adopt tools and systems designed to analyze call recordings in the next 12 months. So people are starting to have this moment of realization of, oh my gosh, I'm sitting on all this data, or I'm not harnessing all this rich data that I'm generating, and they're looking to invest in that in the next 12 months. Before I move on though, it's really important that anything you build, anything we provide as part of our AI communications platform is designed with privacy by design. I won't go through it all in detail. If you want to learn more, I do have a really great AI transparency white paper for you guys. So right now in market, we have two distinct categories that are available today, with the third agents coming in the very near future. RingSense Conversation Intelligence for Teams, as I mentioned before, and RingEX AI Assistant. It's that personal AI assistant that takes notes, transcribes calls, you name it. What is this doing? Like, what is at the core of these two products? Well, they're designed to provide the most important fuel for generative AI, data. So not only are you connecting with teams using your communications, your phone, messaging, video, contact center, all of that is fuel that you can make for your Gen AI investments. Because not all data is created equal. Voice is the most human data, and voice is also the richest data. How many times have you been on a meeting, a 30-minute meeting, or a long-winded series of emails? You're like, I could have just picked up the phone call for that. Probably resolved it in 3 minutes. That is the power of voice, and we want you to be able to harness the context of historical interactions, right? Harness the data of your employees collaborating, but also your customers calling in. Why are they calling in? What's the issue? RingCentral is helping basically harness the business, the voice of their business, the voice of their customers, and making it work for them. Let's look at what that means. Okay, I'm gonna paint a couple of scenarios. The left is gonna be the status quo. The right is going to be the go-to-market, quote unquote, superpower that I like to say. And by the way, this is all possible today. When it comes to contact center and service teams, typically the status quo is, I'm spending hours manually reviewing random calls to find coaching opportunities. But what we're enabling is, hey, well, RingSense AI flagged 15 calls this week where agents struggled with handling refund requests. It's a lot more tailored for specific use cases. It's a lot more actionable. For marketing teams, how many of you guys have received the generic email, improve your team's efficiency and productivity? Click here to learn more. Everyone here. I'm on the AI Council for RingCentral, and we're experimenting with personalization. Now imagine if you were getting emails that said, hey, we noticed your recent support call, that you're looking to streamline compliance processes. Let's chat. Because we have the context of your communications with our organization. With sales, hey, here are the reps that are going to President's Club. They crushed their numbers. That's great. But what if you could say, here's how our top reps got into President's Club. Let's check out the Hall of Fame sales pitches. Much more actionable for sales teams. For product, we're getting feedback from surveys and support tickets. We'll prioritize our products and features based on the volume of requests. What if you can say, or your product team could say, hey, we analyzed customer calls, and 80% of retail customers requested a Shopify integration. A lot more easier to prioritize your roadmap. This is where trusted AI communications comes in. It's not just about connecting people, although that's super important. It's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You need to do that. But what we're doing is now using AI to unify functions, unify experiences, unify intelligence, unify systems, giving people the context they need to make better decisions, provide better outcomes based on the role. And so RingCentral, by the way, we're over at the booth 1964. You guys should check us out. What people have said already is RingSense, it's like AI call recording on steroids. We hear this from large legal firms, FinServ, healthcare organizations all the time. It helps them answer questions like, hey, why are people calling? Who are my top performers? What are the best pitches? How do I coach my employees? How do I get better outcomes? And how do I win more? These are answers that were really, really hard to get historically. Now, we literally have a tool that provides this based on whenever you need it. You could see the context of your competitors, the trends that are happening in real time. And then it also connects with the tools that many of your teams live in already. So when you look at applying all of this across industries, you're seeing massive transformation. So for example, in legal, We're seeing a lot of them use it for client consultations and case preparation. It's way easier. You're seeing the discovery process and evidence management is a lot simpler, and the client experience overall is elevated. For financial services, you're seeing they're able to detect dissatisfaction and upsell opportunities a lot faster. They're able to see, hey, they mentioned this keyword. That's a great opportunity to cross-sell on a new service that we're launching. It helps ensure compliance by monitoring calls. We have a lot of FinServ organizations that are already leveraging this, one of which is, I think, monitoring about 80,000 calls a month for compliance. And then also you can pinpoint winning techniques to help increase your win rate. For HR and recruiting, a lot of recruiters are using this to replicate their winning techniques. They're adhering to legal and ethical standards, making sure that they're asking the right questions in the right way. And then they're coaching recruiters on more structured workflows based on what's working well. And then lastly, it's transforming retail operations. So for example, retail organizations are getting insights on their seasonal trends and maximizing revenue. They're like, hey, we're seeing an uptick in this product. Customers are asking for it. Let's make sure it's stocked. So they can track and improve the quality of customer service, and then also get insights on products to inform inventory and supply chain management. And then one thing I want to mention is that that was conversation intelligence. That's providing insights for teams, business leaders. But as I mentioned, it's really important to provide AI assistants that are built into the core communications experience. It makes implementation simpler. It makes risk management a lot easier. It's already built into the RingCentral platform, which is available on the AWS Marketplace. So there's a huge suite that we've provided our teams to, once again, harness the voice of their business, because we truly believe that voice, one, it hasn't been able to be leveraged to make meaningful business decisions. And two, if you have been doing it, it's been really expensive, really manual, really time consuming. And we believe that this can totally change every industry, from small business to large enterprise to all your mission critical industries. When you look at RingCentral, we're not just providing Gen AI, we're providing communications, we're providing best in class telephony, a complete collaboration suite for video messaging. We have an AI powered contact center that's natively integrated with that entire communications experience. We have revenue intelligence. It's designed for even events, right? So we're looking at every single touch point of that prospect and customer journey and providing one platform with an AI layer on top of it so that it's the simplest process for everybody. And then, oh, by the way, everything's built by composability. We know that everyone loves that here. AI APIs, but also the communication APIs to create the workflows that you need for your business. So that's RingCentral. If you guys want a demo, we have a lot of our experts at the booth. Come to booth 1964 over there, or you can catch me after the session, and then we can have a Q&A. Thank you, everybody.